नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग स्वस्थ होंगे तथा कोविड-19 से लड़ने में देश, समाज, अपनी सोसाइटी की मदद कर रहे होंगे। इसी आशा के साथ हम बात करते हैं अपने टॉपिक जो चल रहा था एनिमल किंगडम। सो टुडे इज़ द लास्ट टॉपिक ऑफ दिस एनिमल किंगडम। अबाउट दैट इज़ द class Aves and the class Mammalia. In previous lecture we have talked about all the reptilia, amphibia and the class of that species, especially superclass species, in which we have talked about the cyclostomata and the cartilaginous fishes and the bony fishes, right? So let's move this the last topic of this vertebrata, that is the class, especially we can say about the aves and the apes, you can say, or the mammalia. So if we can talk about the characteristics of these apes, especially it can be classified on the basis of different characters. If we can talk about the apes, or aves means generally birds or the flying vertebrates which can be capable to fly, right? In that conditions, if we talk about the species of these apes, that is 10,052 species are found over there, right? And generally these are found in different places, in different conditions. If we can talk about the parrot, pigeon, crow, ostrich, penguins, ducks, sparrows and kingfishers, so on. I think everybody is familiar with those and these such type of organisms in that condition. And these generally, we can say that they are well known for their attractive bodies. I mean, generally these apes can be also are classified on the basis of such conditions, right? We can say that they can capable to show, they can capable to build nets, they can capable to show the migration, they all can shows the parental care, right? And sometimes the specific kinds of birds can also give the specific thing that they can capable to sing, and the people can get the pleasure with the help of singing of those apes, right? So let's begin to the talk about their specific characters, special characters on the basis of which they can be classified. So we can generally say that birds have the aerial mode of life. Generally the animal are terrestrial or aquatic, but most of the time of these apes can be spent into the air, right? We can say they can spend most of the time in the air, or they are all known as arboreal conditions. If we can talk about their features for that arboreal conditions, that they all have the feathers in their body, evenly they have a streamlined body, even as you have learned about the fishes, in which the fishes have also a streamlined body that they can capable to swim with the help of that adaptations. In the same way these animals have also a streamlined body, due to which they can capable to easily fly into the air, as well as their body is divided into three parts, that is head, neck, trunk, tail. Means there are four parts, that is head, neck, trunk and tail, right? And these animals have the exoskeleton consist of flight feathers. Generally they both type of skeleton are found over there. Exoskeleton consists the feathers, endoskeleton consists the bones one, right? Let me talk about that one. And these feathers can becomes or acts like a insulator, which and also help for the flight one. I mean this feather can for the dual purpose, they can also insulating their body, maintain their body temperature, as well as they can also help them to fly, right? But there are still some flightless birds are also found, like ostrich. It cannot capable to fly, right? So the skin in the dry without glands except the oil glands and the base of the tail. Generally they have the, there is a body is skin is very dry because there is no oil glands. Generally if they have the oil glands, only due to which their skin is not dry. On the other hand, if we talk about the endoskeleton of these birds, that is we can say that is always fully ossified. We means we can say it is completely developed with the help of bones, and it is made up of the delicate light bones. Generally the bones of the birds are very delicate, right? Evenly whenever you can see that most of the people who are just take the meat, or they used to eat chickens. In that condition, you understand easily that they can capable to break it, right? While they will eat such type of things. But there is a specific thing about their bones, that those bones are known as pneumatic bones. Pneumatic bones means there are hollow bones or air cavities bones, so they are known as the pneumatic bones. That's why the body weight can be decreases because of pneumatic bones. Their weight can be get very less due to their such conditions, and they become less, so they can capable to fly into the air. Then we have to talk about locomotion in the apes. Generally, the apes can be locomoted with the help of their wings, right? They modified into forelimbs into wings, right? And hind limbs generally have the scales and modified for walking one, राइट. मीन्स फोर विंग्स जो होते हैं वो मॉडिफाइड हमें विंग्स के रूप में फाइट कर सकते हैं, और जो हिंड विंग जो इनके हिंड लिम्स है दे कैन बी मॉडिफाइड for the walking one. And we can say that swimming or the clasping the trees branches, I mean with the help of their hind limbs they can capable to swim, or they can capable to clasp on the tree or branches, due to which they can be easily sleep on the branches, right? If we talk about the digestive system of the birds, that they have a specific thing, that we can say additional chamber for the crop and gizzard, that we can say in their digestive system they have a two chamber, that is called crop and gizzard, means where these animals can capable to break down all the substance which they eat. And we can say the alimentary canal is three chamber cloaca also in their alimentary canal. If we talk about their respirations, right, generally they can respire with the help of lungs, right, which is a spongy inelastic and are connected to the large sacs. We can say the pharynx is without voice box. Generally their pharynx it does not have the voice box. Voice is produced by the special organ called the syrinx. Generally in these apes they do not have the voice box. In place of that voice box they can be produce their sound with the help of an organ that is called syrinx. Especially you must note down this one, because sometimes question can be asked, that is called syrinx, right? NX, that is called syrinx, means they have a voice special organ for their presenting of their voice, that is called, it is always present at the base of their trachea, right? So this can be help for them to that it can be capable to produce sounds. Evenly we can say the other hand, if we can talk about the excretory organ in these organisms, we can say excretory organs are kidney, that we can say that are the metanephric in the adults, especially they have specific conditions, and the excretory matter is mainly uric acid and urine in the semi-solid. If you can see that so many birds can be give out the such structure that their waste material is always semi-solid structures, means they can not have the waste like the other organisms, means they are uric acid means uricotelic, as well as the urine is semi-solid, and they can be always excrete their these excretory substances as the semi-solid one. Even if we can say about their circulatory systems, that these animals have their four chambered heart, where two auricles and two ventricles, just like the human beings. And we can say only right auricle arc persist and RBC, okay, right RBCs are oval, concave and nucleated. Generally the structure of RBCs, as we can say, there is the same structure, that is called the what, that biconvex and the nucleated. Evenly we can say that these animals are warm blooded, or we can say homeothermal animals, right? In the other hand we can say that there are some animals or reptilians and amphibians, they are the poikiothermal animals, because they cannot capable to maintain their body. But these homeothermal animals then capable to maintain their constant body temperature. We can say we all are regulators Means birds and human beings are the regulators. And we, if we talk about another one, means generally the other organisms, all the plants and other species, at least 91%, right? They, sorry, 99% of the animal kingdom, they all are the Pociothum. In that condition, means they all become the conformers. Means they cannot capable to maintain their constant body temperature. But some birds and the human beings and such animals can capable to maintain their body temperature constant. Those are known as homeostasis. Mean so. And if we talk about their nervous system, generally in the apes nervous system there are especially 12 pair of the cranial nerves which can be maintained to their messages for the different activities. And about the reproduction, we can say the sexes separated with sexual dimorphism, male and female are differentiated. Left ovary present in the female while the right one is absent. Especially in the birds, there is only one ovary, right? Only left ovary is present over there and right ovary is absent in their body, which can also make them adapted for the flight one, for their flying, right? And the fertilization is internal. The birds are oviparous and they eggs possess exo extraembryonic membrane and develop into the direct one, right? When these birds can be lays eggs through which the organisms can capable to develop, and where embryo will develop after completing feta they can hatching and they can be get out from their eggs one. Then there is another thing that we can say that the cleodic eggs, what are these cleodic eggs? Especially we can say these eggs present, or we can say they can have a calcareous cell out of them. I think everybody have seen the egg of the hens. So if you can see over there, that you can understand easily that they have a calcareous cell over there, protecting layer over there. Inside there, inside that egg, there is another layer is also found over there. That is called extra embryonic membrane over there, inside which the embryo can be capable to develop. So there are so many examples of these birds, as we can say the crow, passer, sparrow, pigeon, parrot, duck, peacock, neophron, we can say a kite, and there are some flightless birds also. That is, you must note down that these emu, kiwi, rhea, struthio means ostrich, and the penguin. These are the flightless birds, because so many times the question can be asked about this one. They write the flightless names, flightless birds names, right? Then there is one more thing about these birds. Generally, if we can talk about some specific characters, some specific thing about these animals, right? So you must know about that. If we talk about the largest bird, that is the ostrich, we can say, right? Or we can say Struthio camillus, that is 8 feet, and the smallest generally we can say the hummingbird, that is Melis go Hanini, that is 5.5 centimeter long one, and the largest egg-laying bird, that is again ostrich, right? And the fastest runner bird is again ostrich, that is 3 kilometers per hour its speed, and the fastest swimming bird, that is the penguin, right, which can be always found into the water one. Let's move to another topic, that is the class Mammalia. Means we have to talk about especially this Mammalia class. They generally they can show the only few structures, but their characteristics is so long, right? Because all the modified and modern characters which are found in the Animalia, that is called the kingdom in Mammalia, right? Especially if we can talk about mammalians or the mamma, meaning is the breast, means generally these animals contains the breast one, right? They can feed their organisms, they can feed their young ones. And if we talk about the species, there are 5,499 species are in the world, and we can say generally a bat, tiger, lion, elephant, whale, rat, rabbit, horse, sheep, monkey, these all are always come in the category of the mammalia. And generally this mammalia is introduced by the Linnaeus, Carolus, the father of taxonomy. He introduces this word, especially mammalia, for these animals. If we talk about the characteristics of these animals, right? Generally, mammalia can show the wide variety of the habitat. They can be found everywhere. Different habitats means they can be found in the forest, the grassland, mountain, desert, polar ice caves, right? In different adaptive conditions in different regions of the world, these mammalia can be found. Mammalian organism can be found over there, and their body is divided again into the head, neck, trunk, tail, right? So, and most important character of this mammalia is that there is a mammary gland is present in their body, right? Means generally they have the varies from two to many. These mammary glands can be found more than two also, but mammary glands are well developed in the females, especially not in the males. But in males, the mammary gland is also found over there. So, with the help of this one, and then we have to talk about that their whole body, right? Means their whole body, their skin is unique possessing hairs. Means generally their skin is covered with hairs. हम आई थिंक आपने देखा होगा आपकी बॉडी पे छोटे छोटे से हेयर्स होते हैं. सो वी कैन से देयर होल बॉडी इज वेजिटेड विथ हेयर्स एंड देयर बॉडी under that skin there is a gland that is called the sweat gland and the sebaceous gland. Sweat gland can always helpful for the secreting the sweating one. Sebaceous gland can always helpful for the secrete the excessive fats from the body, right? So if we can talk about there another thing, that is exoskeleton. Means how we can say there are few organisms, right, which can choose the exoskeletons. That is, you can say especially feathers, hairs, fur, nails, claws, horns, hooves. These are the exoskeleton parts of these animals. Evenly we can say the external ear, that is called pinna, right, present, that is also a exoskeleton structure, right? So on the other hand, these organisms have also endoskeleton, which can be made up of with the help of skull and the vertebra. Vertebra is connected to the invertebral discs. Generally if we can talk the vertebra structure, if you अगर आपने अपनी बैकबोन का स्ट्रक्चर देखा होगा तो क्या होता है, जो डिस्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर से इंटरवर्टिब्रल कॉलम से आपस में क्या होता है, जॉइंटेड रहते हैं. Then we have to talk next thing, that is these animals have two pair of pentadactyl limbs, right, which can be always helpful for the walking, running, climbing, burrowing, flying, swimming, right? And forelimbs are modified flippers in the whales, especially whale is also a mammal, so its forelimbs can be changes or modified into the flippers, which can, with the help of which they can be easy to move from one place to another one. Next we can say the digest. On these limbs can also have some different digits, right? Only if we can say some horny nails and claws of the hooves, right? Different organisms have different kinds of structures. If we can talk about the digestive systems, generally it is completely developed from mouth to anus, and the different organs are found in their digestive system. I mean different types of teeth are found over there in their jaws one, right? I mean their thicodont type teeth are found over there, and we can say that these animals have a spongy lung, right, and which can be capable to elasticity. Evenly they can capable to produce sound with a special organ that is called the larynx, which is present in the all mammals, right? And about the circulation, these all animals have the four chambered heart in their body, two auricle and two ventricle, and the RBC are oval shaped and concave and nucleated, right? On the other hand, in other organisms, these RBCs are generally the oval biconvex, but here they are the oval shaped and biconcave. Only we can talk about another thing, that is the excretory organs. These all organisms are kidney for their excretions, right? Means they can be excrete urea, so they are known as ureotelic, right? So generally they all have the special structure that is called kidney. You will study the details about the anatomical structure of this kidney or nephron in the human physiology lessons, right? Then another thing that we can say about the nervous system, that brain is well developed with the large convoluted structures through which they can be capable to, with the help of cerebrum and the cerebellum, where 12 pair of cranial nerves are also present over there. And these organisms have some different sense organs. We can say ear for different regions, internal, middle and the external regions, and ear have the different regions also. Evenly the other organ is skin, right, tongue, and different things. One more special thing, that is external opening in the protected by the large fleshy pinna. As we can talk about our ear, generally there is a pinna which is made up of cartilages, which can be always helpful for the protect our external ear, we can say, right? And eyes, which can be also have eyelids for the protection for on the eyes. And if we can talk about the reproduction in the mammalia, right class, there is some specific thing. We can say that these animals are unisexual, so the prominent sexual dimorphism, female are separated. They can have the gonads, a pair of gonads are present in their body, right? Testis present in male, and then which in can lies in the scrotal sacs. Most of them are viviparous and except prototherians, right? And fertilization is always internal. Development is always from zygote to embryo, right, inside the uterus of the female. The fetus is connected to the uterine wall through the placenta and get nutrition in their conditions. But the placenta is not found into the prototherians. And if we talk about the development is direct, means the larval stage is not present over there. They are amniotes, means the embryo develop 4 embryonic layers during the development in that condition. And if we talk about their structures, right, that is, you can say these structures, there is a special thing about that one. We can say especially they are viviparous generally, but exceptional few cases. If we talk about the platypus or duckbill platypus, which is a oviparous, right, and parental layer is highly developed in that organism. We can say they feed their young ones, means this duckbill platypus is a oviparous. They lay their eggs through which the organism can be developed. They can source the parental layer by feeding their young ones, means they can capable to feed their young ones, so they are not viviparous in that condition. So it is exceptional cases in such conditions, right? And if we can talk about the animals which can be protected from the enemies, or they can show the parental care, all the kangaroo, flying fox, camel, monkey, rat, dog, these all are the example of these animals. But except this duckbill platypus, which is a oviparous, but it is also counted into the mammalia group. So this way, students, today I have complete this lesson now. So if you still have any problem, you can contact me as usual. So many students are continuous to connect me on my WhatsApp number, and you can just ask me your problems. And students, again, if you want to write down their shortcuts about this classification of the animal kingdom, you must classify these animals on the different structures. Means you can just make a tablet formation of that one. Means the phylum, the level of the organization level, symmetry, coelom, means the body cavity, segmentations, digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, reproductive system, some other specific features of these different classes. So you must prepare them properly, and this way you can capable to prepare your notes easily. So in future we will discuss the next chapter, chapter number 5, second unit, that is the morphology of the flowering plant. So students, all the students of SB, you must prepare your notes directly. Then we have to talk about next one.